going to try this song here, Amazing Love. It's a cool song. I'll put that up there. Let's see, where is it? It's right here where my finger is. Okay, Amazing Love. It's a great song. It's a great song. But here are the chords. Here are the chords. Basically, it's in the key of D. Now, if you listen to the original, oh man, I can't even remember who wrote this. Shame on me. Anyway, do a Google search. Don't give me credit for this, okay? But it's a cool song, and praise God for the person who wrote it. Man, just a beautiful song, all right? But here it is, Amazing Love. They start off, some albums started off, some remakes of it. And I think the original starts off with that first inversion D. I'm forgiven to a G, which is the 4 chord in the key of D. Because you were, now that right there is what they call a 6/4 chord or a second inversion. Notice it's a D, but instead of the 1 or the 3 on the bass, the 5 is on the bass. Okay, so I'm forgiven because you were forsaken. Now notice what I did in the bass there. I did a little passing tone, right? So briefly, what that is called a, what's it, 5/4-2 chord, I think. Anyway, we have a 7 chord, and it's the 5 chord in the key of D, 1, 3, 5, and the chord is A, right? 1, 3, 5, 7. But what you do is you take that 7 and put it in the bass. It sounds cool. So here's regular A. See it? That's a 5/7, but you have the 7 in the bass. It sounds really cool. I'm accepted. You were condemned. I'm alive and well. Your spirit is within me. Because you died and rose again. Okay? Because you died and rose again. Isn't that pretty? Okay? So then we get into the chorus. Amazing love, how can it be? You, my king, would die for me. Amazing love, I know it's true. It's my joy to honor you in all I do. I honor you. Okay? So still some of the same chords going on there. Alright. Now, check this out. You can do some different things with those progressions. Make it even a little spicier yet. Now watch this. I'm forgiven because you were forsaken. I'm accepted. See what I did? I went like this. Because you were forsaken. And then going from the 5 chord to the 6, the minor 6, use a diminished chord to get there. Forsaken. And then to a minor 7. That's a minor 6 chord, but it's a 7. So it would be a B minor 7 in the key of D, right? So isn't that cool? I'm forgiven because you were forsaken. Now I probably did it a little early. I wouldn't do it that early. You want to save some of the spicy stuff for later. You want it to be layered, okay? You want your song to layer. You want it to build. Otherwise it will sound kind of repetitive. So what I would do from the beginning is this. I'm forgiven. Throw it in there, okay? Maybe it wasn't the best place to throw it in, but it's cool. That's a cool progression. So here's like 1, 6, or the first inversion. And then, if you want to kind of modulate to the 5, do a 5 of 5. Okay? So that would be an E over a G sharp, or an E to an A. Isn't that cool? Modulation is it's so cool when you change keys. A lot of people do that. For instance, let's say we want to take that one and modulate it up to the key of E. We started off in D, so watch this. You are my King, Jesus, you are my King. forgiven. Hear that? Because you were forsaken. Okay, so I went like this. You are my king. So now I went to the 5 of the key above D, which would be a B, right? And then to E. See how that works? I hope that's making sense. I mean, go back over it, watch what I'm playing, and it'll kind of make sense. But just remember, so let's say we're in the key of C. Okay, that's a 1. Well, 4 would be F, 5 would be G. But if you want to modulate to the key of D, go 1 up from C, right? If you're C and you want to get up to here, well, you gotta play a transition chord, okay? And that's what we call our modulation. We're modulating to the new key, all right? So it's going to be like this. See that? There's a 5 in the key of C, but now we want to modulate, and so we do this chord. So we do the 5, we modulate up to the 5, use that chord, that 5 of the next key. So it's A is the 5 in the key of D, right? Amazing love. So whatever the case may be. If you're modulating the E, you would have played a B. If you're modulating to D, you would have played an A. If you're modulating, let's say you're in the key of, well, for those of you a little more playing keys with sharps or flats, let's say we're in the key of B. All right, and we're wanting to modulate to the key of C sharp. Well, you're gonna want, say you're in the key of B, right? You're gonna play that G sharp chord because that's 5 in the key of C sharp. But that's a little bit more advanced stuff. Sharps kind of throw a little stick in the spoke, so to speak, if you're starting off with your theory. All right, so we'll call that a lesson. I'm Forgiven. That's a cool song. All right, so hopefully we went over all the total song. So that's Amazing Love.